Sold out again.
Sold out? Oh, man.
What Let's you take it.
Looks beautiful. Mm. Good. Mm.
Okay. Goes well with fatty fish, the red one.
Good. Such a good deal for $21.
Mm-hmm.
22.
See. Lean. Mm-hmm.
Pork and onion dish. That's the specialty here. Surfy Travel Guy ate it in that building. The triangle one.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
You're not eating their fancy egg?
No, I'm not going to eat it. You can have mine if you want. That's what they say on YouTube.
Very good.
say on YouTube.
Very good.
It's crunchy like that one. It's good.
Very good. What is it?
What's it? It's not vinegar.
Isn't that interesting? Oh, lean meat.
Is it gamey?
No, but it's mushy.
Oh.
gonna have to try it then.
Do you want me to ask what it is?
Nah.
Or are you just gonna go for it?
Yep.
Okay. I don't want to take a picture of this. It's okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Different here.
I'm pretty sure.
Very good. Bean sprouts. Mm-hmm. You want soy sauce? A little bit?
Yeah, so too like you.
Yeah. Must be popular here. Mmm. It tastes like an egg roll.
The dakon's really good.
Looks like the boner.
いあいえいうとかこれがなんかあるんですよ。これ知ってるんで。
That's the same one as the black one.
こうまとめたらちなんでどっちとまだあれがシーマンですが、あ、こうまとめたしかない町。ここはどうも。やらコスタ。
As
You
you,
like that fermented squid yesterday too? That
yeah, the black one.
Yeah.
It
Totally potato
It
with
said,
butter.
it said fermented fish or aged fish or something. Is it good?
No. I'll have
Am I
this.
strong?
Hate that.
Especially this one guy.
Did you know that was going to be on there?
All right.
And mayonnaise.
Add mayonnaise. Oishi. No, because you're crispy outside. It's fresh tasting.
I like all the vegetables inside of it.
Celery. We're gonna find out. Because you don't like egg?
Yeah.
It's egg and butter and miso and scallop.
Yeah.
Even the butter part.
Yeah.
What's not too nice?
I don't know. This one.
Butter soy's better?
Pardon?
Butter soy?
Yeah.
We'll do it up.
I know. Put in the sauce.
I could eat it with ketchup.
Yeah?
Actually, that's one of them. Pork, tonkatsu, or liver. If you got the liver, you need ketchup.
Is it bad?
Quick.
No, we had, what was it? Was it Ika?
I don't know. But yeah, he said
Yeah, but
eat
he
it.
couldn't eat it.
And you didn't want to leave it on
I think maybe it would be good.
Really? That's really good. I wonder what's more. On the what? Oh, I forgot about those. You know what? That's what they are. Those is pork. No. Yeah, the snow's still coming down.
Changing my boots today. Really snowing now. That was good, Sean.
Very good.
It looked really good here.
About an hour and a half from here, right? With the snow, probably. Yeah. We'll see. You would not super helpful, so just do this. 20 minutes. it says no tolls except there's.
And they'll get the cab. They'll let us know when the cab's here. Morning, 9:04. Station Public updates.
I can't believe it, you know,
Tower,
it's just-
1 hour ride. Higher Busa, 95.
I can't believe it, you know.
Park City.
But my point is, let's be like, stay around long enough. I don't know how it works now. I get any points. But I was with taxi, I think I get any points.
They look the same. Not like you guys all look different. They look the same. Not like you guys all look different. I'm only going to take a short nap on the train because I know that it's really nice scenery going all the way up to Selkirk.
Trying to get you.
Good idea. Did you look up places?